Angelopoulos, Superintendent of Lake Orion Community Schools, and it's very exciting times as we start the 2017-18 school year with lots of new opportunities for our students and our families. We just completed a bus tour of the district with all of our new teachers. That was very exciting for them to have the opportunity to see all of our new facilities that have had a number of renovations. We have new staff, new schools, new coaches, new teams. This is a very exciting year for us. And quite frankly, we have a new broadcast that we will be bringing to you once a month. We're going to be calling it Inside the Dragons. So I welcome you to participate and offer any opportunities that you would like to see from our new and exciting school district. Thank you for joining.
With the new school year comes new buildings for staff and students, and September 5th was full of excitement. Kids strolled into the schools eager to see old friends and make new ones. Nothing rivals the first day of school because anything is possible and everyone is excited.
At the end of the announcements, right now, we all stand to say the pledge of allegiance. So at this point, will everyone please rise?
There are first days, and then there are really first days. For 12 returning grades, the excitement centers around what looks different. For kindergartners, everything is different. Whether they attended preschool or not, this is a whole new world. For those new students at Blanche Sims Elementary, there was a unique program to get them ready. Kinder Kickoff spanned 6 days over 2 weeks, allowing kindergartners the chance to acclimate before all the bigger kids arrive.
The idea behind the Kinder Kickoff is just to get a jump start on kindergarten. As you probably know, that when kids come to us from kindergarten, it's the first time a lot of them have really been in an organized setting. Some have been to preschool, some haven't been. And so it's just a way for the students to learn the routines, types of things we do in kindergarten, the procedures. They get to know the schools, they get to know themselves. So when we really start with all the kids coming to the whole school, they feel a lot more comfortable, a lot more secure. I think it also helps the parents as well, because it helps with them learning the routine of getting their children up in the morning and getting them to school, and then letting them go into school all by themselves and lining up and all those sorts of things. So it's a wonderful program just to get a jump start on kindergarten, so when kindergarten starts, they are ready to go from that first day. It's been very successful in the past. Jennifer Gothals, who started the program before I came to Blanche Sims, has seen a lot of success with it. And the teachers have also seen a lot of success, not only academically, but also just with the kids feeling about school. Because they're the only ones in the school at this time. So they feel a lot more secure, not overwhelmed. So when the rest of the school comes, it's not their first day. They've been here a while and they know the school, they know the routine, so everybody just feels a lot more relaxed, and school is a happy place for them.
The program began in 2013 and won an Oakland Press Excellence in Education Award in 2015. Across the board, those students are better prepared to start kindergarten. As new and veteran teachers begin the year, some are in different schools, but their passion remains just as vibrant as before.
We are
Third grade
teachers.
We are.
Yeah.
What are you guys most excited about for this particular school year?
You know
Meeting
what?
our new students,
Yeah.
working with new teammates.
Together.
Yeah.
She was a student teacher many years ago
Yeah.
at Pine Tree, and now we're together.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of different things that are happening in this building and in other buildings. I mean, are there ideas that you guys have come over the summer? Does the summer give you a good recharge for kind of what's going on here and everything?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I'm going to
definitely.
try some new things in my classroom this year, some things that I've been researching this summer. We're starting the new positivity project here at Carpenter.
And I'm new to third grade, so I've done a lot of reading and researching and blogging and picking her brain, so we're ready.
Yeah.
That's great.
Buildings around the school district also received improvements this past summer due to the sinking fund the Orion community passed in the summer of 2016. Its benefits were exciting to see, giving the district a welcome facelift. Just a year later, the results are popping up all over the district. There are new sidewalks at most buildings, a new drive at Stadium, Carpenter, and Walden, colorful flooring at Orion Oaks, and new carpeting throughout the high school. All of that came in just 1 year.
So we started the process of designing all our projects back in probably August, September, October, then going out to bid. We're doing roofing, we're doing carpet replacement, we're doing paving and asphalt, concrete sidewalks. So all those bids were put out to bid, and we went to the board for approval, and they basically started as soon as school was out. Certainly our public will see those. The roofing are they're needed, but they're things you don't go up there and see. But the paving improvement, especially up Stadium Drive, is going to be a huge improvement. As all the students that come in that way for the high school, and then all our athletic events, that road work will be the biggest. I think people will really notice.
The projects were more than 95% complete by the start of school, and after a bit of summer inconvenience, every building was in great shape and ready to open at the start of the school year. The new school year brings a fresh take in Dragon athletics as well. The most prominent change comes in Lake Orion football. After 19 years and winning 72% of his games, athletic director Chris Bell stepped away as head coach. He chose longtime assistant John Blackstock as his successor. A graduate of Central Michigan, Blackstock spent all 19 years as Bell's assistant, but is excited to be leading his first team.
I don't know, from the outside it'll look a whole lot different. I keep using the analogy with people that it's kind of like buying a house. And some houses you go in and you need to just rip them down and start over. And this one, the foundation has been solid with the community support and support of the administration. Our coaching staff has been really solid, and for the most part, most guys are all coming back. We've added a couple of new pieces, and to stick with the analogy of a house, I've said, sure, we might paint some rooms a little bit different or take some wallpaper down in this room and put our own pictures up to give it an identity, but that happens every year, with a new group of seniors and a new group of juniors coming together. So, I think some people might watch us play and say, hey, that haven't seen that in a while. We've kind of brought that back, or hey, that's a little bit different. We've been seeing that done on, some of the games that we see around the state or, maybe around the country. But I think overall, we really want to stick with the Lake Orion tradition, and that's what I've been so impressed with, is the tradition of Lake Orion over the years. How we.
The Dragons came into their home opener on August 31st against Rochester Adams with an 0-1 record, falling on the road to Chippewa Valley 20-17 after a fourth quarter rally fell short just a week earlier. The stands were packed with LO faithful curious to see the new-look Dragons. Enthusiasm from fans alone, though, does not win you football games. Adams opened up a 17-0 halftime lead and would not let up, scoring an impressive 32 unanswered points. The Dragons would score late in the fourth quarter, but the game was already settled. The Dragons fall 39-8. The home opener also showcased the 2017 LOHS Marching Band. While summers are off for most of the high school's clubs and sports, the band was hard at work. Some sections resumed their practice near the end of last school year and spent much of the summer refining and rehearsing. That led to the band camp trip in late August, where there was a week away from the home distractions.
A big week. The purpose of band camp is to actually get away from the school, away from doctor's appointments and things, work and things that are going to take the students away from having their focus on learning their marching band show. We're a competitive marching band. We've had a very good track record of finishing in the top handful of bands in the state over the past 15 years.
There's nothing like the first home game of the season. The hard-working and dedicated musicians of the Dragon Marching Band thrilled their crowd with their halftime show and an impromptu second-half interlude from the drumline, always a crowd favorite. Practicing 5 to 6 days a week for hours on end shows why the LOHS Marching Band is one of the top bands in the state of Michigan. Inside the Dragons is produced monthly by the Lake Orion Community Schools in partnership with Orion Neighborhood Television. For up-to-date news and information about the Lake Orion School District, visit our website at lakeorion.k12.mi.us and watch us on Comcast Educational Access Channel 22 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99.